Hey, so this is Wired Titan from wiredtitan.com. I am making my first video to put on my YouTube vlog. I thought I would expand the Wired Titan universe into other mediums. I'm filming in my room. It's kind of messy. I should have probably cleaned up before I started filming, but that's cool. I just kind of wanted to get this done. I've been thinking about it for a while and I've been procrastinating, so I thought I'd get it done when I had time. So a little bit about me. If you don't know me, I'm in tech. I'm a professional and I've worked in many different parts of the tech industry. I'm super focused into expanding my skill set. In the past, I've studied for my CCNA security, CCNA route and switch, and those kinds of certifications, my security plus. And that's been able to help me leverage into a lifestyle that I can enjoy different things and travel to different places and be flexible in where I work. So with the CCNA Salary and the CCNA certification, I've been able to make six figures pretty easily, like within 5 years. Before I came here, I was living in a pretty low cost of living city. And I know a lot of people like, oh, okay, you should probably live in San Francisco if you want to make six figures just like that. But that's not always the case. I know that it is the case. A lot of times, if you do live in San Francisco, you can make a really high salary. With the CCNA, I'm not really sure what the market is like. Just immediately to go to San Francisco and make six figures. That's probably the case, but I was coming from a pretty low cost of living city back in the United States, and well, I've heard of it's low cost to medium cost of living city. So to put in perspective, I was making six figures with a CCNA and my certifications, my education, and some of my experience. And I was making six figures, and I was only paying $400 a month on rent. So to put that in perspective, you can do a lot with six figures if you're only putting $400 a month in rent. Of course, I did share the house with two other guys. So that was just a month ago or a little over a month ago when I was living in that area. And now I am on the way across on the other side of the world. I still make a pretty decent number. I make more than what I made in the previous city. And now I also don't have to pay for rent or transportation. So it's kind of hard to explain what my cost of living is, since I don't have to really pay for my rent or transportation. The only thing I have to pay for is food, which isn't a big deal because it's pretty cheap on the most part, because let's say a decent meal I can get for under $5, like a full decent meal, like with desserts and everything. But there's also, like with any other place you're going to live, there's also ways you can spend a lot of money for your lifestyle. Like you can get regular foods here, like cheesecake factories and things like that, and that can rack up a pretty decent bill. I know when I first got here, I would just order food all the time, and I ordered cheesecake from the Cheesecake Factory, and that cost me like $40. Yo, it was so good, but it was not something I could sustain. It wasn't a good habit to have. I mean, I guess you could do it if you made a bunch of money, but I'm still trying to save some money and learn to leverage that money in other disciplines that are less liabilities and more assets. By that I mean they produce value and appreciate over time rather than lose value and depreciate over time. But that's kind of neither here or there right now. I just want to kind of talk about my new living situation and the salaries that I have right now, which is really amazing. So if you're looking into increasing your income, I think tech is a good industry, but really any industry that the market has high demands for, and there's like little skill set available to kind of support that market, kind of like tech workers. valuable skilled tech workers are hard to find, and therefore they can demand higher income. So someone with a good knowledge of networking systems, a little bit of program, can definitely command a six-figure salary. But I don't have a lot of programming knowledge. I took maybe like one course in it, and it's never been a requirement to make the amount of money I'm making. I know from my current situation, a CCNA is required, and right now that allows me to make six figures. But this isn't my first year working in IT. This is probably, I think I started back in 2014. So maybe 5 years, less than 5 years right now, where I've been in IT. But it's coming up close to the 5-year mark, which is a pretty cool progress point. So let's see what happens in the next 5 years. But yeah, the CCNA certification has given me a salary or has put me in a place where I am today, where I can make six figures and live in a pretty decent cost of living environment. So yeah, that's my first attempt at this vlog. Hopefully there'll be more content to come. Let me know if there are other aspects of the blog that I should put into this. If not, I'll just keep doing what I'm doing and talk about what I like to think about salaries and income and financials in a different perspective. So rather than always thinking about finances in a way that's like, hey, increase your income, let's buy things that are flashy, which of course I do like. I'm trying to like change my mind around a little bit and think about increasing your income and buy things that are flashy sometimes, but buy more things that could give you money back in the long term. So those are just the things I'm thinking about while I'm living out here. Yeah, it's a cool environment, but it gives you a lot of space to think about where you want to be in the next few years. So yeah, let me know again what kind of content I should be releasing. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing until I figure out this whole YouTube thing. But I think this YouTube thing is a pretty good investment right now, as far as like all the other vloggers I've been seeing, as far as a side thing to increase viewers and to increase content and fans. So yeah, I'm just kind of be pretty what's it called, transparent here. So yeah. All right, see ya.